We are discussing graph coloring problem under the category of backtracking algorithm. Now, what is a graph coloring problem? So, here we have defined that one. Let G be a graph and M be a positive integer. It is to find whether the nodes of G can be colored in such a way that no two adjacent nodes have the same color, yet only M colors are used. That means in case of graph coloring problem, a graph will be given and one M is there. I shall have to color each and every node of that particular graph in such a way that no two adjacent nodes, that means the nodes which are being connected by some edge will be known as the adjacent node. So, no two adjacent nodes will have the same color. This graph coloring problem is coming in two different versions actually. One version is M colorability decision problem. Here what will happen? The graph will be given and M will be given. We shall have to tell that using those M number of colors, can we do the graph coloring? So, in case of decision problem, output will be yes, no, true, false. But in case of M colorability optimization problem, for a given graph, I shall have to find out the optimum value for M for which the graph coloring can be done. So, these are the two versions of this graph coloring problem. M is called the chromatic number. That means the number of colors. So, that will be kept in M, and M is known as the chromatic number. If D is the degree of given graph G, then it can be colored with D plus 1 colors. What is the meaning of the degree of a node? Degree of a node means the number of edges falling to that very node, the number of edges connected to that very node is known as the degree of that particular node. And what about the degree of a graph? Degree of a given graph means the maximum degree of all nodes will be the degree of the given graph. So, now let us suppose the degree for this node is 3, but to color distinctly with the adjacent colors, we may require D plus 1 number of colors. So, that is, it is telling that if D is the degree of given graph G, then it can be colored with D plus 1 colors. So, D plus 1 colors can easily color them. But is it optimum? So, that has to be found out. Okay. So, now this is a map. This is a map. This map has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions. I think you are getting. The map is having the 5 regions, and I am converting this particular map to a planar graph. So, how do I convert a map to a graph? It can be done in this way. See, those two, for each and every region there will be one node. So, 5 regions are there. So, that is why 5 nodes are there. Now, see, 5 and 2 are having the common boundary. 5 and 4 are having the common boundary, but unfortunately 5 and 1 and 5 and 3, they are not having the common boundary. So, as a result of that, 5 2 and 5 4, these two edges will be there, but there will be no edge between 5 3 and 5 1. So, that is my respective planar graph for this particular map. In case of map, actually we are doing the coloring. Here we are doing the node coloring. Actually, we are doing nothing but we are converting this map to the respective planar graph. Question might be asked, what is a planar graph? A graph is said to be planar if and only if it can be drawn in a plane in such a way that no two edges cross each other. So, that is known as a planar graph. So, now here what we have learned, what is a graph coloring problem, and then what are the two versions. One is the decision problem, which will tell whether for a given graph M is given also, can we do the graph coloring with M number of colors? That is, answer will be yes or no. So, that is the decision problem. And optimization problem means I shall have to find out optimum number of colors for which the graph coloring can be done for a given graph. And this M is known as a chromatic number. If D is the degree of a given graph, so then it can be colored with D plus 1 colors, as I have told you this one. The degree of a node means number of edges connected to that particular node. So now you see here we are having 3 edges are connected, but actually 4 nodes are there, actually they are connecting. So they are telling that d plus 1 number of colors can do the graph coloring obviously, but whether d plus 1 is optimum, that has to be checked for the with the respective algorithm. And this is a map and this is a graph. How to convert map to graph, it has been told here, and what is a planar graph. Now let us come to a certain problem. One example we are taking. So one graph is given, the connectivity is in front of you. So here we are having 4 node graph and all possible 3 coloring. That means here n is equal to 4 and m is equal to 3, because we are having 3 colors. Okay, now see. So the first node, so I am going for x1. Actually x is nothing but one array which is having 4 locations. This is my x1, this is my x2, x3, x4, location number 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I should have to fill this particular x array with numbers ranging from 1 to m, indicating that which color I am giving for the node number 1 or node number 2 or node number 3 or node number 4. So they are nothing but x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay, now see, the first node can have any one of the 3 colors. If the first node has got color number 1, then the second node, the node number 2, that is my x2. Node number 2 means the location for the, that means the location of the array 2. So that means the value whatever I am putting, that is the color for the node number 2. That will be the color for the node number 2. See, x2 can be of the color 2 or 3. If it is 2, then 1 or 3. If it is over 3, then it is 1 or 2. Now, for the node number 3, the respective position index will be 3. So the value at the very location of the x array will be x3. So x3 can have, if it is 2, so you see 2 and 3, I am considering 3 here. So if it is 2, the other color can be this. So it has been told. Okay, you can easily verify. If it is 2, it can be 1 or 3. If it is 1, it can be 2 or 3. Now see, I am going for the x number 4. That is my location number 4 of the x array. So it is x4. Good. Now see here, 4, in case of 4, I shall have to check both. I shall have to check both because it has got already colored. It has got already colored. So 4 should get a color which is not available at node number 1 or node number 3. So here you see, as it is 1, it can be 2 or 3. As it is 2, it can be 1 or 2, but 1 is the color of the first node x1. So it can be only 2. If it is 1, then I can go for 2 or 3. But if it is 2, I cannot go for 1 or if it is 2, I cannot go for 1 and 3. Why? Because 1 is the color given. So here you cannot go for x4 is equal to 1, because 1 has been given to the node number 1. For these cases, you cannot expect 2, because node number 1 has got the color 2. For these cases, you cannot use 3, because node number 1 has got the color 3, it is x1. So in this way, you are making all the solutions. How many number of solutions are you getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 solutions they are giving. So one of the solutions I can tell you, say 1, 3, 2, 3. So that is one solution. So this location will be 1, 2, 3 and 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 3, 2, 3. So that is one of the solutions. So in this way, using this particular tree, I have shown that how the solutions can be obtained. Thus, we are getting 18 solutions for this particular graph. Okay. Out of these 18 solutions, you can find that 12 solutions are there who have used all the 3 colors. A 4-node graph and all possible 3 colorings. Okay. At each internal node, big O of mn time is spent by next value to determine the children corresponding to legal colorings. So here we are having m is the chromatic number, I told you this one, and n is the number of nodes. So for each and every node, actually we are having this mn number of, big O of mn will be the time complexity spent to calculate the color for a certain node. And in this way, if we proceed for total time bound will be I is equal to 0 sigma, that is I is equal to 0 to n minus 1 sigma m to the power of I plus 1 n. So now if we make this one 1 and if we make this one n, then I can write it m to the power of I n. And now if we expand this one, ultimately you will be getting this, and this particular expression is nothing but big O of n m to the power of n. So that is the time bound for this graph coloring problem. So now here we have considered the concept, we have considered one example, we have considered the complexity and all. Let us write some algorithms which will actually do the graph coloring problem getting implemented. So please watch the next video where we are going to discuss the graph coloring problem in the form of an algorithm. Watch the next video because that video will be in the continuation of this one. Thanks for watching this one.